Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan. Welcome back to The Forge. In this episode of Trust Me, I'm a Blacksmith. I need to make a pair of tongs like this, big enough to hold this. Okay, we are ebbing ever closer to 4,000 subscribers, and when we get to 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to make one of these, a leg vise, and I'm going to make it a 6-inch leg vise, just like this one. The 6-inch bit refers to the width of the jaw. It's a 6-inch leg vise, a standing leg vise. I am going to make that vise when we get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm going to try and make it in 3 days, and some of you guys are going to help me do that. Now, what am I going to make it out of? Well, I'm going to make it out of Caterpillar drive shaft. I've got loads of this stuff, and I want to use some of it up to make some of the parts for the vise, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, in this episode, I'm going to take a couple of pieces of 25mm square bar, inch square bar, and I'm going to forge them into a pair of Tony Hickman style. I'm sure there's other people out there, but I've learnt this way of doing them from Tony Hickman. I didn't actually do it with him, but I've watched some of his videos and stuff where he makes these. I made these a while ago. These are brilliant. It's probably the best air tongs I've got for like gripping stock this way. These work really, really well, and I love them to pieces. Anyway, oh, I nearly lost my cup then. Basically, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, the first job I want to do is I'm going to take this 25 square and I'm going to turn it into 20 by 30. Hopefully that's going to be the right size stock, and then I'm going to section out the pieces and show you what I'm going to do after that. Right then, what we've got here are the drawn out bars. Now, what I wanted was 30 by 20. What we've got is 25 by 20, so that's inch by 3/4. I made a mistake. I picked up the wrong stock block. I should have checked before I used it. I could have sworn it was 30, but it doesn't matter. It's not a problem. Then I've chopped them down to length, so they're both a foot long. They don't need to be more than 300mm, a foot long, 12 inches, something like that. Anything longer than that, your reins are going to be like a mile long. So don't worry too much about that. If you want slightly longer nibs, add on what you want for the nibs, and then, you know, go from there basically. What I've done here is I've taken a mark in here with a centre punch, and then another one here and one here. That's 40mm to here, and then I put a centre dot mark, 40mm to here, so that another centre dot mark, and then 25mm to there. So that's inch and a half, and an inch and a half, and then an inch. I've ground this one up, I cleaned this one up, everything's looking really dapper, and I've measured 25 millimeters or an inch from the top of this corner here back to here, because I want these hinge plates to be a bit chunky. And I've also then measured from this line here, which is a 25 mil, that back here to 250 mil, which I reckon will be 10 inches, something like that. Near enough anyway. I want these reins long, but I don't want them as long as they were going to be, because there's like another 80 millimeters on the end there. So what that's like 1.5, 2 halves, so it's like 3 inches. I had nearly 3 inches hanging off the end there, which I didn't want. So that's basically it. The next job is I'm going to, using the set down tool that I've got for under the power hammer, I'm going to draw these down. I'm probably only going to come in about 20 mil. I'm just going to start drawing it down, and then I'm going to draw those out so they're like 20 by, or 16 maybe, by 12, and then I'll go from there. I think the swagers I made the other day fit 16 by 12, but I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. I'm going to get on with that, and I'll see you in a minute. Right then, this is the creation I have made, and they work really well. I'm a bit concerned. I made them out of mild steel thinking that they'd be okay, but because of their size, I'm starting to think they probably wanted to be something a bit tougher. And I've made a few mistakes. I messed the rivet up ever so slightly, and I didn't film some bits, so I apologise about that. Hopefully, if I do this again, I'll get those bits that I missed. But they might work. They might work. They're pretty much the biggest working tongs I think I've ever made. And the reason for the length is it gives you a bit of counterbalance, and it also gives you, when you're under the power hammer, you get a bit more control. Because when we come to do this, making the leg vise, we're going to have to get the crane over. So I'm going to have to hang. The bars off the crane, because the stock that we're going to need to draw down out of them is going to be quite long and quite heavy. It's going to involve a crane, it's going to good pair of tongs, and I'm going to need some help doing it as well, which is quite exciting. So I already have, I think Johnny B, he's going to come down and he's going to help do some forging, which is going to be really good when we come to do the make the leg vise. I think Big Jobs is going to help and do some machining, so hopefully I'm going to get down to go and see that and maybe make a bit more video with him. You might remember Big Jobs, he's from the when we made the chain, when we got to 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, so this will be 4,000 subscribers, so we're only 400 subs away. As soon as we get to 4,000 subs, I will do the Vice challenge. I haven't thought of anything for 80 kilos. 80 kilos is kind of doable here, but at the same time it's kind of not doable here in one piece. So I don't know what we're going to do for 80 kilos. And I think 1,000, what is it? 16, is it 16,000? 8,000? 16,000, yeah. And 16,000, I think, I don't know, it might be worth doing this a little bit bigger, but we're going to make an anvil. So that's my plan so far. I haven't got anything for 8. I was going to say do an 80 kilo anvil, and then I thought, well, this is 125, so I could probably go a bit bigger. I think I know just the man to help me go a bit bigger. And this is the good thing about getting more subscribers. The bigger the bits of bar get, the bigger machines I need to find to do the forging, and I'm really excited to do that. I think as we go along, they might become a little bit different in their style. So, for example, we have near me from Hereford, there are 2 very, very, very large hydraulic presses. I'm pretty sure one of them is 5,000 tons. So that will be exciting if we can get, because obviously a bit more traction on the channel, a bit more sort of promoting and stuff, and hopefully people will be encouraged to get involved. I hope, but we'll see anyway. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really, really enjoyed making these. They turned out lovely. I'm so excited. These should be really good, and also 400 subs. We should be able to do that pretty quickly if I keep working nice and hard and getting these videos out to you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are one of my subscribers, ring that bell for notifications, because that will tell you every time I make a video. I will leave a link up here to the 2,000 subscriber challenge. I will leave a link down here to the 1,000 subscriber challenge where I made an anchor. This is my Patreon. Go and check this out. Another great way to support the channel. And also, subscribe. Remember to subscribe. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Wow, they're really heavy.